Hello and welcome to the Wisdom Fountain with me, Tiffany Rochelle, leadership strategist and accountability coach for kingdom focused leaders who desire to maintain integrity and accountability to the people they serve and the roles that they hold, as well as to develop strategies to navigate the transitions and challenges that they face as leaders. One of the ways that I do this is by speaking to you each week on Wisdom Wednesday at the Wisdom Fountain. So welcome, and thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time, again, I appreciate you showing up. If you are returning, I'm so happy for your support, and I would love it if you would like and subscribe and share. So I want to get right into this week's Wisdom Word of the Week. So this week's Wisdom Word is discipline. And just to give you a little background before I get into the word is, as you may have surmised, I am a believer. And so the work that I do and the leadership position that I hold and the people that I advise, everything that I do it through the lens of biblical principles and following in the example of Christ. So each week as I prepare to deliver the word, I sit and just kind of meditate and I wait to hear what is the point that wants to be brought to the surface for the week. And so this week, as I was preparing, what I heard was discipline. And usually the words actually come when I am in the midst of advising or counseling other leaders. And the thing that really stood out is how discipline actually is married to the word of the week, which was last week was temperance. Just a refresher. Temperance is our ability to not give into our desires and our passions. So self-control. So I have notes as usual. So if you see me looking down, don't worry about it. And if you're listening on the podcast, you might hear a little rustle of paper, but it's only because I like to deliver a really clear message. So to start out, I like to give the definition of discipline. Discipline is training that corrects, molds, or perfects the mental faculties or moral character. I'm going to say that again. Discipline is training that corrects, molds, or perfects the mental faculties or moral character. Discipline also means to train or develop by instruction and exercise, especially in self-control. So I want to start out with a question to those of you who are listening. I'm assuming that you're a leader or that you are interested in leadership or you've been guided to the leadership, you're preparing for leadership. Some way, shape, or form, you're a leader, even if you don't know it yet. And the question is, what areas do you need to create discipline? What areas in your life do you need to create discipline? You might be asking, why do I need discipline at all? Why would I even be bothered with discipline? And here's the summary of it. Right now, we are in a world that is engulfed in instant gratification, minute pleasure, anything that makes us feel good, anything that makes us zone out, forget what's happening, we're gravitating toward it. We want instant food, instant sex, instant money. These are the things that are ruling our desires as a nation, as a world. The desire to feel good at any cost. So what does that look like? The lack of discipline is that we are getting it however we can. So lie, cheat, steal, trick. If you want it, take it. Get it from whoever. Doesn't matter if they're young, doesn't matter if they're old, doesn't matter if they're rich or they're poor. If they have something that you want, you take it. Get it in a pill, get it in a surgery, get it in a bag, get it on Amazon, get it in Instacart. We want it now. Get it now. That's the motto. And why would we be in this state is because we lack discipline. We lack self-control, the ability to train ourselves to not indulge. I'm going to just let that sink in right now. And go back to the question of what areas in your life do you need to discipline yourself in? We like discipline in basic things. We like discipline in our food intake. How many billions of dollars are made every year in the weight loss industry? Why is there even a need for a weight loss industry? Because we indulge our palates, we emotionally eat, we take whatever it is that we need, the cookie, the milk. Now, I'm not condemning anybody. Let's be clear. Pizza and cookies are two of my favorite things, chocolate chip cookies to be exact. But I also understand that if I eat pizza and chocolate chip cookies every single day with no discipline, then I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have a sugar problem. I'm going to have a weight problem. I'm going to have a cholesterol problem. I'm going to have a bunch of problems. And so since I don't want those, I discipline myself to not indulge. We like discipline in sex. I don't even have to hit that. People have decided that it's a do what you want, with who you want, how you want type of thing, type of world. And if that's what you choose, it's your choice. However, that does not forgo the fact that lack of discipline in these sexual matters has caused unwanted pregnancies, abortions, diseases, homelessness. Yes, people have been kicked out of homes for having babies. Any number of things because of sex. And right now we got monkeypox. And monkeypox is not just sexually transmitted. I understand that. However, it's one of the things that is rampant because of lack of discipline. And we have lack of discipline in our words. I know I can't be on social media all the time because sometimes it's just TMI. How many of us have seen a commercial with somebody just speaking about whatever, the private, intimate things of hygiene or the bedrooms? Sometimes it's just too much. We are speaking without thought. We are speaking without intention. We are speaking due to trends with no discipline. And because words are power, because words create, then we are out here willy-nilly creating worlds of chaos because we have no discipline in the words we speak. This is a side note. I just discovered a new acronym today. I don't know who made it up. I do not know where it comes from. If you heard it before and you know who the credit is, message me and let me know, but I will be using it. The new acronym is WAIT. Why am I talking? WAIT, W-A-I-T. Why am I talking? I love that because I think it's a perfect self-discipline acronym. Before you open your mouth and decide to speak, why are you talking? Is it for ego? Is it to scare somebody? Is it to dominate somebody? Is it to abuse or to embarrass somebody? Is it because you feel lacking? Why am I talking? I love it. So just put a pin in that and keep that in mind. Again, if you know who said it or created it, I'd love to give credit for it. But if not, just understand I will be using it. So back to our conversation. There's no limit of people or organizations who are willing to indulge those of us who don't have discipline. Billions are being made of our lack of ability to control ourselves, to hold ourselves to a standard. And now all of the reports are coming out about how contaminated our food is, how dangerous our air is, how contaminated most of the things are that we have to deal with in this world. And a lot of it comes from our desire to have more, to have it now, has created an industry of people who are willing to satiate it at any cost. And why would they do that? Because they lack the discipline and the self-control to not take advantage of situations and people. I'm all for a good business and multiple streams of income, but at what cost? We are in a time where, as leaders, as kingdom-focused leaders, we have to seriously consider this question and how it applies to us in our life. What area in your life, in your ministry, in your marketplace business do you need to seek discipline? What are you looking for? What are you seeking that you haven't seen come to pass yet? A lot of us are waiting on promises. A lot of us are in a space, we're in a harvest season, and we know that there's things that we've prayed for, that we've asked for, that we believe for, that we're waiting to come to pass, but we may not have implemented the self-control, the discipline it takes to get there. In this season, for us to see the things that we desire, we are going to have to implement a level of discipline. I myself am on a 12 months of discipline. So what's today? August? I don't even know what the date is. August 2020 something. Anyway, from now until next August, there's an assignment I have. There's a few books I need to write. There's also a business that I'm building. There's an accountability community that's coming. There's an app that's coming. There's several things that are on my plate to do. But if I do not discipline myself to stop the procrastination, to stop being unfocused, to stop giving my attention and my time away to things that are not in alignment with what my assignment is, my assignment's not going to get done. So I personally am in 12 months of discipline where I'm creating cycles. And let me be clear, I am a free bird. I love to just kind of go about my day, however, whenever, whatever time. When I wake up is when I wake up, and what I do in that day is what I do in that day. Somehow, in this lifetime, I've managed to get a lot done. But I can guarantee you, with the discipline intact in place, I'm going to get a whole lot more done in the next 12 months. And that's because I understand the importance of the time that I'm living in and the impact that the work and the assignment that I have is going to create in this world. And no one is going to do it but me. If I don't complete my assignment, it will be uncompleted. And my work, other people's destinies are tied to the work that I do. Other people's livelihoods and lives and understanding of themselves is tied to my showing up and being present in this world and disciplining myself to deliver the goods. So just before I get out of here, I want to give you 4 things to seek discipline in order for you to complete your assignments and your purpose. And these are 4 areas that are going to require discipline over the next however long you take. Give yourself the next month. Start out small. See how this will work for you for the month. You can try all 4 of them, or you can pick one a week, or you can pick one a month. But I would encourage you, if you're a leader, especially a high functioning leader who has a high calling and some serious things to get done in this world, consider these things. Number 1, discipline your thoughts. What are you thinking on a daily basis? Are your thoughts positive? Are they negative? Do you allow your thoughts to run wild? Do you allow other people to infiltrate your thoughts? Do you allow your thoughts to dominate what you do and what you don't do in a negative way? You need to implement discipline in your thoughts, because usually what you think goes into discipline number 2. Discipline with your words. The words that are coming out of your mouth, do not speak frivolous words in this season, because they are coming to pass. Words are not without power, without weight. Words are powerful and they create. So the question is, are you able to discipline your mouth and not just say what you're thinking, especially if you're not disciplining your mind? Are you embarrassing people? Are you hurting people's feelings? Are you rude, crude, mean? Are you boisterous? Are you egotistical? Are you narcissistic? Are you loving? Are you kind? Are you compassionate? What are the words that are coming out of your mouth? Maybe if you challenge yourself to only speak kindness for a day, you'll see a difference and see the impact of it. Start disciplining in small increments in order to grow to the bigger. The next thing that is really high on the list is the third one, but it's not necessarily the least, is your emotions. Our emotions are erupting on a daily basis, and they're wreaking havoc in this world. Discipline your emotions. This is one of the things that I tell my clients. Your emotions are real, but they are not facts. What you feel is not a fact. And if you take a moment to think about what is happening before you open your mouth, you may find that the emotions that are going on or maybe leading you may dim down and they'll lessen. And that's a practice in discipline. When your emotions are dragging you around, are leading you, you're not sober-minded, you're not focused, you're actually being controlled by them. And that's never a good thing. It's time to discipline your emotions and call yourself into order in order to lead with a sober mind and a sober heart. And the very last one that I'll say is discipline with your actions. If maybe maybe you're good with your emotions, maybe you're thoughtful and intentional about what you say. Maybe your mind is all positive all the time. So now what are you going to do about it? Discipline your actions. That may mean getting up earlier. That may mean putting exercise into your schedule. That may mean making phone calls to people instead of texting them. It may mean any number of things that you and only you know can change what your outcomes will be. Maybe the action is not to get on your cell phone first thing in the morning, or not to check your social media until in the evening. Maybe an action is, instead of just talking about writing the book, you actually start to write things down and outline it. Maybe it's you carve out 10-minute quiet time so that you can achieve that writing, that blog, that plan for that vlog, or whatever it is that you have. I know that I said a lot in this space, but I just wanted to give some examples of what lack of discipline is keeping you from accomplishing and what you can possibly change the outcome on by just adding a little bit to your life. So if you're going to continue with me, which I hope you will, I'll be back next Wednesday with Wisdom Wednesday, and the word of whatever the word is that I get for next week. But I'll also be updating you on what my accountability, my personal accountability and discipline look like for the upcoming week, for the upcoming month, for the upcoming year. And I hope that you will join me on this journey. And maybe if you put in the chat, or if you send emails to visit the Wisdom Fountain at gmail.com, then I can help you be accountable too. There's actually an accountability community that I'll be launching officially next week. So you will see that and you'll have an opportunity to join. It'll be a Facebook community. That one will be free of charge, but there will be other things that'll be coming that I know you won't want to miss. So again, I thank you for your time, for allowing me to give you some wise words this week. And again, if you want to contact me at visitthewisdomfountain@gmail.com. You can also find us on IG. Please follow us on IG, Wisdom Fountain, as well as Facebook is the Wisdom Fountain. So I look forward to seeing you and talk to you soon. Until the next time, be wise.